Dame Patricia Routledge, born on February 17, 1929 and passing away on October 3, 2025, was far more than an actress, comedian, or singer. She was a vibrant force whose artistry touched countless lives across generations. Her most iconic role as Hyacinth Bucket in the BBC sitcom, keeping up appearances from 1990 to 1995, made her a household name and earned her 2 BAFTA nominations. Her portrayal of the pretentious but oddly endearing Hyacinth secured her a place in television history, forever cherished for her wit, brilliance, and unmatched comedic timing. At the time of her death, her net worth was estimated at $2.5 million, though her true wealth lay in the laughter and joy she gave to the world. Patricia was born in Tranmere, Birkenhead, Cheshire, into a modest but caring family. Her father worked as a haberdasher and outfitter, teaching her the value of discipline and precision. She attended Birkenhead High School before studying English language and literature at the University of Liverpool. It was during these years that her love for drama grew stronger, especially under the mentorship of Edmund College, who recognized her potential and encouraged her to pursue acting seriously. Inspired and determined, she trained at the Bristol Old Vic Theatre School and began her professional career in 1952 at the Liverpool Playhouse. Her theatre career became a cornerstone of her life. Gifted with a mezzo-soprano voice and contralto range, she excelled in both classical and contemporary roles. As part of the Royal Shakespeare Company, she brought power and elegance to the stage, appearing in productions such as Richard III with Anthony Sher in 1984. Her West End performances included Little Mary Sunshine, Noises Off, The Importance of Being Earnest, and The Solid Gold Cadillac. In 1979, her role in And a Nightingale Sang earned her an Olivier nomination, confirming her reputation as a performer who could balance comedy with deep emotion. Her work in musical theater gained her international acclaim. In 1968, she won the Tony Award for Best Actress in a Musical for Darling of the Day on Broadway, a debut that instantly established her as a remarkable talent. 2 decades later, in 1988, she won the Olivier Award for her performance in Leonard Bernstein's Candide. Critics praised her ability to shift seamlessly between hilarity and poignancy, captivating audiences with her magnetic presence. Roles in Carousel as Nettie Fowler and The Best of Friends as Dame Lavinia McLaughlin further showcased her versatility. Later in life, she toured with Facing the Music, a reflective performance that celebrated her lifelong dedication to the stage. For Patricia, theater was never just performance. It was communion with the audience, a shared experience of humanity. Her talents were not confined to theater. She appeared in films such as To Sir, With Love, 1967, and Don't Raise the Bridge, Lower the River, 1968. Yet television was where she found her greatest resonance. Collaborations with writers Alan Bennett and Victoria Wood in the 1980s revealed her skill in monologues and character studies, with her role in Talking Heads, A Lady of Letters, 1988, earning her another BAFTA nomination. In the 1990s, she brought depth and warmth to the role of Hetty Wainthropp in Hetty Wainthropp Investigates, mentoring a young Dominic Monaghan, who would later credit her as a guiding influence in his acting career. But it was her performance as Hyacinth Bucket in Keeping Up Appearances that defined her television legacy. From 1990 to 1995, she embodied the character so perfectly that Hyacinth became one of the most memorable figures in British comedy. Her insistence that her surname be pronounced Bouquet, her candlelit suppers, and her relentless social climbing created endless comedic moments, making audiences laugh while also reflecting on human vanity and aspiration. Though she won awards, including the British Comedy Award, her greatest accolade was the enduring affection of viewers worldwide. Patricia herself admitted she relished the role precisely because she couldn't stand people like Hyacinth in real life, demonstrating her sharp insight and ability to satirize with grace. Her voice carried her into other mediums as well. She performed in radio dramas, including Alan Bennett's works, and starred in the series Ladies of Letters alongside Prunella Scales. She also recorded audiobooks of classics like Wuthering Heights, and Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, introducing her talents to younger generations. Her voice could transport listeners into entire worlds, proving her artistry was not bound by stage or screen. In her personal life, Patricia never married or had children, but she lived richly through her friendships, faith, and dedication to her craft. She acknowledged having had 2 significant relationships in her youth, but explained that life led her elsewhere, immersing her fully in her work. From 2000 onward, she lived in Chichester, West Sussex, where she became a beloved figure in the community. A devout worshiper at Chichester Cathedral, she supported its restoration and other causes close to her heart, including the Beatrix Potter Society and the Royal Voluntary Service. Her generosity extended beyond performance. It was woven into the fabric of her everyday life. She was also a dear friend of Betty Boothroyd, former Speaker of the House of Commons, and her performance of Climb Every Mountain was poignantly played at Boothroyd's funeral in 2023. Her remarkable contributions were recognized at the highest levels. She was made OB in 1993, CBE in 2004, and finally DB in 2017, becoming Dame Patricia Routledge. This series of honors reflected both her artistic brilliance and her charitable spirit. She received numerous honorary degrees from British universities, acknowledging her impact on theater and television. In 2022, the Royal Academy of Music granted her honorary membership, and in January 2025, the Borough of Wirral, where she was born, awarded her the Freedom of the Borough, a proud moment for her community. Patricia passed away peacefully in her sleep on October 3rd, 2025 in Chichester at the age of 96. Tributes poured in from across the world, with fans and colleagues alike expressing their admiration. John Petrie, BBC Director of Comedy, described her as an actress of remarkable range, while Roy Clark, creator of Keeping Up Appearances, said it had been his fortune to have her bring his characters to life. For many, her death felt like the loss of a close friend, someone whose laughter and sparkle had been part of their daily lives. Her legacy is one of laughter, warmth, and humanity. She could make audiences cry with laughter or weep with emotion, sometimes in the same performance. Her characters, from Hyacinth to Hetty, remain immortalized on screen and in memory. She was never defined by money or fame, but by the joy and connection she shared with her audiences. At 96, Patricia left behind a career that spanned decades and touched millions. Her legacy is not only her body of work, but also the kindness, generosity, and authenticity she brought to every part of her life. She lived with grace and humor, embodying the truth that life, however fleeting, can be filled with meaning and beauty. The farewell to Dame Patricia Routledge is not one of sadness alone, but also of deep gratitude. She leaves us laughter that still rings true, characters that remain alive, and an enduring reminder of the power of art to connect, heal, and inspire.